What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets reacting real back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another reaction. So excited about this video. If you're new to us
and we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 50K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's get it.
You in Above the Rim with Tupac.
Yeah, my guy.
You had a very, very close relationship with Pac.
That's my man. That's my guy.
Come on, man.
That was he was what happened was I knew Pac for a while because, like, okay, Omar was my best friend. Is my best friend. Omar Epps, and him, and my other best friend, Mitchell, were doing Juice.
Okay.
With Tupac. Okay. So I was come up from Howard to come to the set to hang out with them. So I met Pac that way.
Okay.
Then, when I moved to LA, me and Jada Pinkett became great friends.
Okay.
Jada Pinkett and Tupac went to the same school together. Right. So we had like this clique of performing arts high school ghetto kids. And then I got the role of Boogaloo in Above the Rim. And I got to work with Pac. And we hung out, like, on set. We cracked up, we laughed the whole time. This man would go work all day, smoke his weed. You know, he always high. That trailer, we shared a trailer together. I swear, I had a
you got a contact?
Contact the whole time. It felt like I was living in a blunt. Like, that's how much smoke it was.
Wait a minute, wait.
Bruh.
Is it one of them in one of the movies? Is it like he's in a blunt?
Marlon Wayans?
Yeah. Is it Don't Be a Menace where he's like hallucinating? No, it was with a girl. So
it's not Scary Movie.
I'm thinking of Scary Movie, huh?
I think it's Scary Movie.
Yeah, but isn't that something that came true?
Yeah, he got smoked.
Yeah.
Lord, I gotta go back and look this one up again because that's an old one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Art imitates life.
Yeah.
So we used to hang out, and then we laughed a lot together. We used to walk around the streets of New York. We laughed a lot because Pac was silly. Right. Pac was just like he was a performing arts high school kid that of the ghetto. I'm the same way. I grew up in the projects.
Right.
Like I'm a project Negro. All this Hollywood stuff, that's not what I know.
Right. You didn't come from that.
16 years of my life raised in the institution, pretty much. So we all got along. Me, him, Omar, and it was like when we all got together, we can all laugh like kids. All the pressure, all the gangster, we just all laugh. We hang out. You know, and Pac, he always gonna be his thug self. He was always had a bishop in him, but he was such a multifaceted dude. And if you watch our interviews, we have old interviews, I used to make him laugh all the time. And he'd be silly with me. And, you know, and it's crazy. I remember I saw Pac was performing. He invited me down to Glam Slam.
Okay.
And he was performing with Biggie. There's a picture with Tupac and Biggie. The only picture I think of them two together. And if you look in the corner, I'm sitting in the background twisting my hair.
Yeah.
The irony is, I saw Tupac in Vegas at the Luxor 20 minutes before he got shot.
Whoa.
We saw him. I seen Suge and all these cars and thugs and reds, and I was like, I turned white. I was like, we shouldn't go over there. We can just wait for me. Hi, Pac.
Flashback.
So I was like, nah, I gotta go say what's up, pay our respects. And Pac was a huge star at this time. And I was like, you sure? This sure looks like a lot of trouble over there. And so I go over there, give him a hug, we all talk, kick it for 5 minutes, and the BMW pulls up. And me, Omar, and Mitchell, we get in a cab. And we pull off. And I'll never forget the look on Tupac's face as we pulled off. He's kind of just like looking at us like,
oh.
Maybe I should get in the car with you?
He looked like, man, I miss that freedom. I miss that fun. And he was just in this chaos. There was something, a part of him that wished that, it was like the innocence. He could just go with the innocence.
Right.
And go.
I feel like that's just a moment to just like sit in real quick, to sink in, because that's what he just said spoke volumes to a lot of young men.
Yeah.
A lot of times they're in situations that either they put themselves in or they don't want to be in.
And they got to keep up with it.
And they got to keep up with it. There's so much you can pull from this that can really speak to so much.
He's speaking to the people. It's more than just the story. Think of the theme of it. Mm-hmm. Listen to the tone of it. He's speaking to kids. Well, not kids, but adults who know that life, grew up in that life, but no longer living in that life. And so you kind of remove, but then he went into a different type of life. And that life was dark.
And it's hard sometimes because you want to tell yourself never forget where you come from. But this new way of living doesn't require you to look back.
Right.
And sometimes that's what he did. He had a moment where he looked back and he saw a buddy of his that he had fun with, he laughed with, he joked with, he could have been himself with. He didn't have to worry about fighting, he didn't have to worry about protecting himself. He was innocent. Yeah. Innocent friends that he was around, and he had that moment to look at. And to say that he just got shot after that was crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's a reflection right there.
And so we left. And then 20 minutes later, we heard he got shot. And then I saw Biggie. 20 minutes before he got shot. We're leaving a party, going down the escalator. Or we're going up the escalator. And he's like, or down, he's like, yo, I love your family. I love y'all. Y'all make me laugh for all the stuff you do. Nobody. He was just bigging us up. And he had I forgot what he had on, maybe a coochie sweater or whatever. And he was, we was talking. He was like, I love you. Dap me up. Good seeing you. Continue success, blah, blah, blah. And I know, Puff since college. Like, I know these brothers. I grew up in Hollywood. So we're leaving the party. I see him again, dap him up. My brother Keenan's in the party with me. He gets in his car. He has a drop top 500 Mercedes SL. I'm in my Range Rover, and we hear pop, pop, pop. Keenan's like, yo, go. I remember his head as he went over the speed bump, and he pulled off. I went to go eat at Jerry's Deli. I'm friends with Tracy Lee, who was a rapper, and we was all eating over there, and we found out Big got shot. Went to the hospital. Saw Puff and all them outside, Mark Pitts, all those guys I knew, crying, and I saw Biggie 20 before he got shot. Wow! So 20 minutes after this interview, nigga, you may get shot.
God dang, Marlon, that's hard, bro.
Don't say that. Nah.
Don't say that. Hey, but I was about to make a big mention that this is obviously a sad story because violence is never the answer, but any Pac or Biggie story is like dope. Like if you have any storyline that you are related in, like you connected with, I feel like those are some really good stories to talk about, bro. I can listen to those stories all day.
For real, especially 90s. I don't want to just say 90s babies, but the 90s was an era. Yeah. No matter what age you were, and man, there was just two artists that we loved. Yeah. Like I remember being a kid, jamming. Singing it loud, singing all the words.
Yeah, shout out to the baby boomers though, because they would be the ones jamming it and blasting it. Yeah, and it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be like, who was? You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't know who they were.
Yeah.
I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. They got no gun.
You 55 cent.
The Wayans Brothers show.
Yeah.
How do you guys get that picked up?
Well. Sean did a showcase for Warner Brothers and all these different places. He had a showcase at the Laugh Factory, and Warner Brothers wanted to sign him to a deal.
Okay.
So he goes to have the meeting, and I just had Mo Money come out. They said, what do you want to do? He goes, I always want to do a show with my brother Marlon. Right? And me and him was already working on the Wayans Brothers. And he's like, oh, Marlon from Mo Money and Let Me Come? The two of you? Great. And so we started developing the show. It was David Lee and Leslie Simon, and we sat there and we created the show together. And then we got to NBC, we got to the table read, and they didn't want John Witherspoon.
That's crazy.
They didn't want him. They thought he was too ghetto. They thought that John was too country.
Pause, bro, because John was perfect. Pops was perfect on the Wayans Brothers, bro.
Perfect.
Definitely one of those I grew up on watching.
Every day.
You know what I'm saying?
Not every day. Every.
Was it Saturday? It was a Saturday.
It was a Thursday or Friday,
Thursday?
I think. I don't
it wasn't a Saturday.
remember. It was during the week. Because I remember going racing home, do my homework, take a bath, all this so I could watch.
Yeah, I was in front of the TV. I definitely was watching it. That was one of the ones right there.
Yeah.
But Pops killed it, bro. Pop,
real.
bang, bang, bang.
Yes.
Can't go wrong.
2 country, 2 ghetto, 2 country. We have all been called that.
And he was too Detroit, you know, that Detroit player, brother. You know, John has a very, you know, distinct personality,
Exactly.
bro. He was very King John the Ghetto. They didn't want him as our father. Me and Sean was like, we don't want no other father. And they was like, either you replace the father or you don't get on our air. And we said, we're not replacing the father. And so NBC didn't pick us up. So then we're nowhere. And then WB is being created, and they needed a flagship show. And we did this pilot called Wayans Brothers, and they was like,
We'll take it.
we'll take it. So me and Sean, with John, we said, you gotta take John Witherspoon, bet. And from there, the Wayans Brothers.
But you got to think about it. If you watch the Wayans brothers, a lot of like what he's talking is real life experiences, because anytime they was on the show, they was negotiating with other companies that were trying to become big and celebrities, and they was trying to make it on the Wayans brothers, but they was negotiating with them, and it was always telling them, no, your money not long enough, you're not, contract is not what I want it to be, and it was hanging them. It's like, oh, they gonna call back.
Yeah,
they gonna call back. It's like they did exactly what he just said they did for Pops. You know what I'm saying? So I feel that.
And I love that they could have easily, as a brother team, they could have easily picked up somebody else.
Oh yeah,
but they didn't. They solid.
Yep.
You do realize to be on network television, and the only thing that you had to do in order to get on network television was to change a character.
Sell out.
You know how many people would have changed that one character?
Yeah.
Basically what you just
But
said.
now we have a loyalty and we have instincts, and you got to trust your instincts. Without John Witherspoon, Wayans Brothers, me and Sean is always going to be funny, but you need a triangle offense.
You need that dad.
You need that triangle offense. That
man.
every time we threw John,
When he would whip him.
Yeah. It hit home. I
Yes.
mean, come on, you gotta think about the time. It just made sense for the time, like when you watching it on TV.
It did.
It just
You
made
felt
sense.
like you was watching. I want to say yourself, but obviously not me. But you felt like you was watching yourself. You felt like you was watching your uncles, your cousins, your brothers. You know, your daddy.
Shit, you can even talk about the wardrobe, the
Oh,
baggy clothes.
Listen, no, you know my favorite character,
What's that?
and I can't get her name right now.
You gotta get her name.
I can't get her
see.
name, but the security officer. I can't get her
Oh, shoot.
name. And then they went on to play Friday together.
Their name
Her
started with
and
a T?
John. I forgot.
Was it with a T,
Let us know,
y'all?
y'all. It's
Oh, snap.
I forgot
She was
her name.
auntie.
She was the. No, she wasn't.
They didn't call her aunt or something like that?
Probably. They call her something.
I don't know, but I know you're talking about, though.
Yeah.
things. Without John Witherspoon, Wayans Brothers, me and Sean is always going to be funny, but you need a triangle offense.
You need that dad.
You need that triangle offense. That every time we threw John the ball, we knew. We knew that was
Curry.
We knew it. He stepped. Or Clay. We knew it. Every time, John, and we had the time of our lives. We laughed so much.
Man, we're gonna just stop it right there, man. But yeah, that was definitely good. Again, I felt any Tupac story that I ever heard, it was like a classic to me.
Yeah.
It was a classic.
Yeah. This was a good clip.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know that video is so long. So we're going to do the clips, y'all.
Facts.
We hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Peace.